Hi, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Ask a Witch. My name's Katrina Rasbold. I've been a practicing witch for almost 40 years, and for around 10 of those years, I have worked in a professional capacity, meaning that I do spell work, rituals, readings, cleansings, healings, and teach classes for other witches or other people. And I do so through crossroadsoccult.com. You can also find out more about me and all the places where I hang out on the internet at katrinarasbold.com. Now, the question that came across my desk this week was, how do I clean out or cleanse or clear my crystals after they get kind of bogged down and heavy from the energy? And this does happen. And it's not just crystals, it can be agates or other gemstones that have just collected so much energy that they feel kind of dull and listless and aren't really doing the job anymore. They just don't have the buzz that they once had. And I'm just going to show you how I do it, and other people might do it differently, but this has always worked for me. Now, this is just a little amethyst crystal that I use quite a bit. It's real simple, but I use it for a lot of healing and a lot of astral travel and things like that. And so if any crystals like this, or again, any kind, ever get feeling like they're overdone or they're needing help or they need a reset, there's a few ways you can clean them out. One is you can put them in a little bag and bury them for a moon cycle. Now, I usually will put them in a little like not Ziploc, but like a drawstring velvet pouch. And I'll bury them out in my yard from new moon up to full moon and back to new moon again. And then I'll go dig it up. They're good as new. Now, I've done that with tarot decks too. If I have tarot decks or oracle decks that start to just talk nonsense or aren't communicating well with me, those I will put in a Ziploc bag and then bury outside for a moon cycle, dig them up, and they're good as new. So, another thing that you can do to cleanse out your crystals is to put them in a bowl of water and set them out in the full moonlight. Set them out for 3 nights, the night before the full moon, the night of the full moon, and the night after the full moon. I usually leave mine in there straight through, and they'll clear out just fine in the moonlight, and the water tends to help it drink in the moonlight a little bit better. So that's another way that you can do it. Now, the most common way that I cleanse my crystals is with selenite. Now, selenite is named for Selene, the moon goddess, and selenite has the incredible power that I haven't seen in any other stones of draining negative energy out of an item and infusing it with positive energy. So it's not just going to clear out your crystals, it's going to super empower them as well. It makes them their best selves. Now, this is just a little slab of selenite, and I would just lay that crystal on there for probably 24 hours. And when you pick it up, it's going to be buzzing again. There's actually big slabs of selenite that you can purchase, and those are more pricey. They're called a selenite altar or a selenite tablet, and that'll work for your larger items as well. Now, when I'm doing healings on people, we use eggs, and that is to draw all of the impurities out of the person. They're really great for that. And recently, for my hands-on healings, not my remote healings, I started using stone eggs. And that's because they just tend to pull a lot better than a real egg does. And it's not as messy afterwards either. Now, I've got this. This is an obsidian egg that I use. And then I've got this, which is a selenite egg that I use. So I'll go all over the person with the black obsidian egg. And then after that has gotten full and I've pulled out all the bad stuff, I go over the same pathway all over the person with the selenite egg. And I use that to lift their energy, empower them, and maybe get out anything that the obsidian egg missed. It'll just clear it right out. So you can imagine I've got to keep these eggs super clean and super clear because I'm going to be using them on the next person, and I don't want any of that energy conveyed person to person. So what I do is I actually purchase candle holders, the tea light holders. This one is made of selenite, and this one is made of obsidian. And what I do is I put the obsidian egg in the selenite holder like that, and it just lives there. I just keep it there when I'm not doing a cleansing. and I use the selenite egg in the obsidian like this, and it just lives there. And so anytime I pick those up to do a cleansing on a person, I know they're going to be perfectly clean. Now, I've had times that I did people one after another, and I tell you, as soon as I set these down, I can wait 5 minutes and they're clean and ready to go again. So I'm just all about the energy of selenite, and in this case, the protective energies of obsidian to clear out the eggs that I use, those stone eggs. Otherwise, I'm going to be using the ground, I'm going to be using the moon, or I'm going to be using a stick of selenite. So that's how I clean out my crystals. I hope that's helpful to you. I'm sure you have a lot of ways that you clean your crystals. Be sure and put those in the comments so that other people can learn from you too. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.